welcome to day 34 of Project Dig. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having a good Saturday. So, Project Dig. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a 2D multiplayer automation survival sandbox game that I am developing entirely here on Twitch, uploading the videos to YouTube, and we are working on a custom game engine right now, porting over the UI from my previous game to the Siege engine. And we've been making some really good progress so far. I can show you what we have. We have this beautiful UI with lots of just things going on. A window that we can drag around. You can hover over things. We have this little animated UI that's actually part of the UI, but it's just off the window. We have this button we can click on that changes this progress bar. And it can still go past 100%. I thought I fixed that, but I guess not. So yeah, good progress. Today we are going to be working on paragraphs and edit label. So paragraph is just basically making it possible for long text to wrap around, and also for it to like support new lines and whatnot. And then also what was the other thing? Edit labels is to be able to actually like be able to type in something and it tracks where your cursor is at, or the caret, that's what it's called, the caret. So you can like cut and copy paste text and all of that fun stuff, you know, basically like a chat. So that's what we're doing today. That will probably take up all day because those are both fairly complicated UI elements, especially the edit label. Like, it's by far the most complicated thing out of everything. So, without further ado, let's start working on paragraph first, since that's the easier one of the two. So this is the Crea game engine. What we first should do is make sure everything that we have been working on is committed, which it's not, so let's do that. Actually, first, before we commit the bar, let's fix that percentage thing. I thought I fixed it here. Set. I thought I fixed that. Where it will try to fix, oh, that's what my problem is. So now we say, hey, take the minimum between the percentage and 1, but then we continue to use percentage here. That's the problem. That will fix that. Whoops. I think I want this loading animation big as well from like a previous thing. Yes, excellent. So now we can keep clicking it. It won't go above it. Good. I believe we are using that in here. Loading animation big, yes. Okay. So this is added UI bar. Alright, so now that we got that done, let's add in a new... We'll just do both for now. New files. So we'll do paragraph.cpp. That looks right. We'll also add in edit label. Then we'll go up to the headers and add in the same. Same deal. Paragraph. Edit label. Okay, cool. So let's do this. We need to include, so this, everything in our UI derives from element, everything. Whoops, element, there we go. Yeah. So what I've been doing, what I find to be the most efficient way to do this is to just copy this, and I probably should do both. I say the paragraph is a labeled group. I don't think we need that anymore, but that does probably mean that we need to change more things about this. One thing I still need to figure out is how am I going to handle Unicode strings? What's the best way to do that? I think this needs to derive from label. Whoops. Which derives from element. Resized elements. Okay. I think I got rid of this, right? And recursive is always true. Update style, recalculate size, and 32T line height. So I need to change that text locale key. So we don't have that either right now. I was thinking about doing it this other way because I spent a lot of time yesterday changing the names of these variables, and I think it'd just be faster if I just like do this where I paste this in, we update where we need to. I wonder if we really need the style sheet. Probably not. We don't need that stuff. Okay, we don't need that. So the main thing for doing it like this is then we can go into here and say, hey, let's rename all of these at once instead of like going through them one by one. I think this is going to save us some time here. And then what we'll do is we'll go through all the code line by line, making sure that it makes sense. We want to do it like that. Oh, whoops. If anyone has any questions or anything like that, you're more than welcome to ask. This is in CGUI. Okay, that looks good. Alignment, center. Huh, why did it not change this one? Oh, that's because I didn't rename it, right. Go ahead and label. I don't think label has... It does have text. Oh, but we kind of don't want to do that. Oh, I see. Okay, I guess we do need this, huh? This is like the raw text or something. I wonder if I really should be deriving from label, if that even makes sense. I might not. Let me look at this. So this derives from a label group. Which I say is also a label. It derives from a text group and an element. I might be able to make this work. Might. We'll see. Like, it does have the same attributes and everything, but it does have some other things as well. Get localization, use word wrap. Right. I don't have any type of locale right now. What I think I'll probably just do is set this to true. See here, max width. Do we have a default value for that? No. Let's actually default that to true. Line text. So let's see here how this is working. I think the line text contains the information like, actually I don't know, what does this do? Set string. Oh, that's right. I believe it's how I figure out like the sizing for stuff here with the bounds, and then I add it as a string. I don't think we're going to do that anymore. I don't think we need this line text. It's 30. Set this raw text. You know what I really should have done? Is just said that this is a string. Maybe I'll do that now. Go to our types. Where's that at? Types. And in here, I think I'm going to change it so that we have a Unicode string. Thinking where I want to put this. Maybe I'll just put it up here. Using Unicode is equal to, right now we'll just say it's a string. Whoops. I do not want you to capitalize. And I might even do a string is just equal to a string. I don't know. I might do that. So like this should be Unicode. That should be Unicode. Just so that way I can like identify it better in the future. What really should be Unicode and what doesn't need to be. So Unicode is stuff that's facing to the player, or that's like exposed to the player. And if I want to have, you know, the game localized to other languages in the future, adding this in early on is definitely the way to go. I had to, like, I retroactively fixed up Crea. Like, I thought I was being good with Unicode stuff, but I ended up I wasn't really. And so yeah, I ended up having to spend quite a bit of time trying to fix that. So like this text, it should be storing a Unicode value. Get string should return Unicode. Set string should be doing Unicode. Set text raw. Like even that I think should be Unicode. Set font path. That does not. That really should be like, I don't know. I might need to go through some of this stuff and try to make some better sense of it. Like maybe that should be a path. I don't even know if I'm going to have that though. It's Unicode. Font. String is right for that. So actually, I think I might say it's just a string. We'll see. Not sure about that one, but we don't even use it yet, so it's okay. Unicode. Okay, good. So that's better. Yeah, it's like label, paragraph, edit label. Those are the big ones that really need to be supporting the Unicode stuff. Okay, so I renamed this to raw text. So this should be Unicode. Localized text. I might actually keep this just because I think it'll be useful in the future to have that. Okay. So we should get the font, which is get resource. This is actually resource handle font resource character size. I think I might rename that to font size. Okay, so it says bold. That the text should be bold. Where's the style set? Is that something that was happening in label group? I don't see it. Where is that coming from? Let's go to paragraph style. It's in a text group. I see. We don't really have that. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it. Like if you want to use bold, actually just use a bold font. That's how you do it. Good character size. Isn't this the... Oh wait. Ah. I hate that. I like sometimes get mixed up between which ones. What is what? Character size. Isn't that just font size? What's the line height? 32T. Line spacing. Float rect. That's just a rect. I don't know if we even call it that though. I think we call it something else. Current width. So what this is all doing is we're setting stuff up to go through all the text and figure out how much space it uses. And I might actually be moving all of this, to be honest. Character width. Word width. I think so. We'll see. Paragraphs. What do we do with that? We don't use it. Cool. Good to know. We did not use it. So what's going on, guys? It's quiet here. I haven't seen anyone say anything, at least. My chat seems to be working. Use word wrap. How do we get... Okay, let's do something here. Let's close all but this. It's getting a lot out of hand. How many files I have open. Okay, let's go to our render system. Jump down to the font. Get dimensions. That's what I was looking for. So... I want something like this. Kind of. What's the best way to do this? So basically what I need to do is figure out how much space is everything taking up, right? So that way I know, like, okay, this, like, these 20 characters take up this line. Now we need to go to the next line. And that's pretty much what this is doing. Although this is super inefficient, what it's like... Well, it actually does get the glyph. I guess it's not that bad. It's okay. It'll get the glyph and it's like, okay, this is how much we need to move by. But unfortunately, I don't have that right now. Maybe I should expose that. Oh, I do have a get glyph. I guess I could use that. But I need the font handle. That's not that bad to do. I could just do this. Maybe I could do it like this then. Let's see here. Maybe we can do it a better way though. Hey, Steve Ward, what's up? Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. So this is iterating through the text. Yeah, I think I will try doing it this way. I think this is probably the better way to do it. Okay, so we'll start with this. So we can get the font resource here. We can actually... Yeah, this is fine. So we get the font resource. I'll actually use this line. Font resource dot handle return pixel vector. This will just return, so it's like, hey, this resource is not loaded. We can't figure out what the correct size is because of that. First message didn't go through. Oh, I saw it on my end, I believe. I think, I don't know, maybe something else. Font resource dot handle. What's up with this? Why is this not working? Resource handle. Oh, wait. What am I missing here? Resource get. Oh, that's the font resource. Oh, I see what my problem is. Ha 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 ha. I call them both font resource, but this is the resource handle. Really, what I probably should just do is this. That makes more sense. Get font. So that's font, get font. So that gives us our font that we need. I believe I need to include render system. Okay. And then in the future, for stuff like this, I need to say font, get glyph. Get glyph. Font size. Well, we don't provide that. I think it's the font, right? The font and then the character itself. I think it's like that. UN32T. We need to change all of these. And document, replace. Advance X. Code point character. That needs to be Hey Nash fan, what's up? So that's, I think, still just a uint 16. So this is a code point, which needs to be a uint 32. What's advanced X? It's a float. I wonder if I should use a float there. I want to use a float here. Word width. I think we might want to do floats for all of this. Previous character. Current character, or current width. I think that should all be floats. And start word. Okay, so again, for anyone joining, what we're doing is we're working on UI and we're trying to add in support for having paragraphs or multi-line labels. So we pulled over this code from Crea and we're going to, I think, need to heavily change it. We don't need this for sure. The local bounds. Oh, that's from something else, huh? Yeah. We'll figure that out. 32T, resize, area width, character size, text size, plus the line height. Yeah, we'll get to that later. This is fairly complicated code. Okay, so this localized text is a string. So we don't have a get size, we just have a size, right? Yeah. Size t pause 0, as you know, just iterate through all of the characters in the string. We get the current character. We say, is it a new line character? Okay, I see. I use it in a lot of places. That's why I do that. Is last character. And then is a white space. So it's the last character if the position is equal to the last one, basically. If it is a new line, then, so this is if we are using word wrap. So we support two, one where it's word wrap and one where it's not. And that's because some languages don't do word wrap, such as Japanese. For your game so far, do you have any crazy maths? Just wondering because I might need to polish up on maths. I do not. Not right now, not really. I might do some math with the physics stuff, but I'm taking a break from that. We'll get back to the physics maybe in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. In a few weeks. Get kerning. Is there a way for me to do something like that? What is the kerning exactly? What is kerning exactly? That's the space that's determined that it needs between the two characters, right? Oh. It's where they can overlap. I see. Huh. Because you have so much code. uh, yeah, I mean, we're at like 8,000 lines of code so far. So I don't see any support for kerning in here, which is a little sucky. I don't think we're gonna find anything with that. Yeah, so this is a little challenging because advanced X. Yeah, this glyph stuff is all independent, so it would need to be part of the font itself. What's in font info? Underline thickness, underline position, scale, descender, line gap. Okay, so let's try looking in our text buffer manager. I don't think that would contain it though. I really don't think that would have it. The kerning information. Dang. I don't know if it sounds like I guess what I really want to look at is TTF. Okay, maybe we don't want to go there. Sounds like I might need to add in kerning support. I wonder if SDL, what was it called again? SDL TTF if that has kerning support. Get font hint. Send. Light mono none. They do have kerning. Get the font kerning. Okay, so might need to look at their code to see how they do that. I have a measure text. I've not looked at Mercurial repository before. I don't really know how they're laid out, but we'll figure it out. Files. Is this everything? I guess it might just be in here. Kerning. Cast glyph. RSB, right side something. Delta. Has kerning. Use kerning. Get the kerning. Oh, there is a get kerning for a font. Do they expose that? I just didn't see that. Get kerning. No, it doesn't look like they exposed that. Font face, previous index, glyph index. Kerning unfitted. FT. Tag faults. Where? That might be coming from ST. Or FT. Free type. So it might be free type stuff. Free type. Yes. Okay. Oh wait, does this build... Hold up. Sorry, I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole here. Trying to figure out how we can do this. Let's look at BGFX. I might need to change this code some. Expand upon it. Pretty sure it's using free type as well. I think not this. Manager. Yeah, here's the FT stuff. So then we should have in here, like I think what I could probably do, so we're looking at this font manager, right? We have all that glyph stuff. What if we did something like, I don't know what this returns. Maybe it's a float. Get kerning. Wait, what's that? Get. I don't know. That's not. I don't want that stuff though. Get kerning. That's going to take at least. I think it takes like 2 code points. Previous code point current. Oh, and I'm sure need a font handle here. I don't know why he does underscores for all this stuff. Get glyph info. We'll just say it's a float for now. I don't know what it actually is. So it's the font face. So I need to look up how to get the font face. Cached fonts. Font face. I think I saw font face somewhere in here. I think at the top. FT holder. Yeah, okay, it's a true type font. How do I get access to that? Oh, it's private? Info. Font info. Bake, glyph, alpha, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so the cast font has it pointed to that, I see. So what we would probably do is actually something more like this, where we need to say, okay, let's get our cast fonts, handle, IDX, and then we need to say true type font, pointer, and then here I believe we would need to get the get kerning for previous and current. Wait, where are these defined? Oh, they're just down here. I see. Okay, so now we have this FT kerning. Wait, what was it? I forgot it. ft kerning mode. Get kerning. Get kerning. Okay, so it takes the font face. So that's just the holder. Wait, what was it called again? M font face. Left glyph is, I think that's this previous, and right is current, the mode, and then the ft vector is the kerning. Hey, David. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the siege. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, I probably missed that by a few minutes. Super focused on this. Welcome. How's it going? Okay, so we need to get the kerning mode, right? And then we need to also have this, what was it, FT? So I've never messed with this free type stuff before, so I'm just kind of winging it. This is a vector. It sounds like this is the result that we need to be passing in, so we need to say result, and then result, this is X and Y. I had no idea that it would have both. I think we only care about the X though. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. I mean, probably am. Let's go look at, well, what did it do in here? Get glyph, get kerning. So kerning would just return, yeah, it sounds like it just needs, we can say this is const. Yeah, it sounds like I just need to do that. I am missing here the kern mode. So let's look that up. Kern mode. I did see kern mode in here. Okay, cool. Default, unfitted, unscaled. Oh, here we are. Return the kerning vector between two glyphs of the same face. Use ft has kerning. Okay. So I should probably do that. Just say if ft has kerning. Pass in our font face. And I'm guessing that the ft vector defaults to like 0. Or I guess what I could just do, say else return 0. So if it doesn't have kerning, it just returns 0. There's no kerning whatsoever. So kerning default and kerning unfitted use the horizontal scaling factor I set with ft set character size to convert font units to pixels. Unscaled returns the kerning vector in original units. I think I just want the default. If I ever need something more advanced, then we can deal with that. FT kerning default. Okay, cool. Hey, we figured that out. I am happy about that. I really did not think that I would be able to get that working, but I think this should work. This needs to return this. Cool. Let's see if it compiles. FT pause to okay, let's go. What is an FT pause? It's a signed long. Oh. Okay. Signed long, isn't that just an N32? I had no idea. Okay. That looks good. Let's go ahead and build this, and we need to update our font manager header file, and also that both of these libraries, right? So that's in dev dig external bgfx font. I don't know if this is actually, no, that's not the, I know, it's 422 is when I worked on that. That doesn't seem right. That's not right. Where's that at? Common? Yeah, here we go. I need just the header file for this. We'll also update it in here. Libs, yeah. Okay, cool. So now it says that we have that. Now I just need to update our x64. Where is that in build? Or Ben. Looking for the font. Should be up here. 5.9. Oh, it failed. Operation cannot be completed. Why? That's weird. Okay, let's try reopening that. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So now we have that. Look at me go. So what we will do is now we'll have yet another so many layers just to do this. Get kerning. So it's at N32 font code point. We also need the previous character. Font manager, get kerning, which takes the previous character as well. And then we need to go into font here and just say that we have 32T get kerning. Yeah. Should all Sorry, friend talking to me. My friend is coming to visit. Woot. Font. Yeah, this needs to be like this actually. When we have our font here. Previous character. Oh, we don't have that set anywhere. Oh, right. I renamed it. It's actually rename this one. So yeah, my friend is coming to visit for the next several days. Hey, Cooler, what's up? Which is awesome because I haven't seen them for like 7 months or something. Always a good time. Get glyph. I don't need that stuff. Advance X, pointer. Get rid of that. So yeah, I will be streaming less over the next few days, but I do fully intend to stream every day. This code is pretty ugly. I will admit this code is pretty ugly. We'll figure it out. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, though. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably be streaming in the morning still. I will let you guys know if that changes at all. But yeah, most likely I'll be streaming in the mornings just for like 2 hours instead of, you know, the normal 5 to 6 or whatever. Okay, so what we're doing here, let's go through all these lines. So we say if it's a new line and the current width is equal to 0, as meaning it's like, you know, maybe we have multiple new lines. Then we just increment the line spacing. This is the Y position. And then we increment the line start. I don't know what line start is used for exactly. I'll figure that out. Line start. I think that's how many lines we have, maybe. Oh no. Line start is where our line starts in the string. Yeah, so we have this huge string and we're like, you know, where's our line, our current line starting? So we're kind of breaking it up into multiple lines, and the line start is kind of the position where inside of our string, where's our current new line starting at. So it starts at 0, but then let's say we have a character that's, a line that's 23 characters long. Then we'll say, well, now the line starts at, you know, 23 or 24 or whatever. I mean, it's 0 index, so it's probably 23, but yeah. And so if it's not a new line, so yeah, that's only if it's a new line and the current width is 0, is we just immediately like go to the next thing. I think if it's a new line, then we will always like force it to go to the next line. And we'll get to that. I think that's done here. So if it's not a new line, then we get the kerning for the character. Get kerning. Let's see if that's right. Okay, there's the kerning. I see. And then if it's a new line, or a new character, then or what is that? A space. If it's a space, then we increment it by the horizontal space. So we're kind of just caching that, so that way we don't have to get that value over and over again. If it's a tab, then we just say it's worth 4 spaces. Otherwise, we get the glyph, and we say how much we should advance it by, which is X. We increment the word length, and we say it's not white space. Word width is the character width. So yeah, we're tracking words because we want word wrapping. So that way, if like our word starts to go off of the, you know, it goes beyond how much space is allocated for our paragraph, the width, then it needs to wrap around. And that's why we are tracking the word length. I believe that's right. I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll see what this is doing down here. I think it's doing some things that we might not want. One thing we might want to do is kind of track what is it called again? The like width table is what I do for the edit label, which we'll be getting to. And that might be useful for this. We'll see. I think so. For the previous character, we set it is at white space, and the current width plus the word width is greater than the max width. That means that we are going beyond the new line, or if it's new line, or if it is the last character. So this is just saying, hey, we need to flush this this line. Oh yeah, this is the problem where it will actually have a character go off. Yeah. This is the bug. I kind of need to fix this. We'll fix it in a bit. Basically, this is a little wrong. Where if a word is going beyond the bounds that we have allocated for the paragraph, it won't actually wrap that character or that string or word. It will wrap after the end of it. What we really should do is say, hey, we went beyond this word. Now what we beyond the space, what we need to do is go back to you know, where the word started and use that instead. And then use this word as the start of the next line. String invalid position. This last character. Okay, what do I want to say? I think doing 32 max. I don't know if that's what I want to do or what. Maybe 0 would be better. This last character length. I don't know what we're using this for. I don't even see it being used in here. I don't know what we're doing with that, to be honest. It's gonna say it's 0. So this is the length. It's figuring out the starting position. Sorry, the current character position and the line start, where the line started. So this is, the length is the number of characters that we have being used here. Length, if it's not a new line, then it's also the word length, okay? And then it gets the line. Oh, here, I don't know why this isn't highlighting it. Oh, I see. So that should be, what is it again? Like in pause? Isn't that the correct? I think that just says go to the end of the line, basically. String in pause. That's what we want to set it. Which looks like it might be like a max UN 32 or something. Okay. So that's right. Then we say, okay, that's the line. That's what we're going to be using. says that we want to calculate the bound. I'm wondering why we do that. Oh, it's because we need to calculate it if we are changing it. I see. Like we're changing the alignment. Set string. So that's just text is equal to line or value. Okay, local bounds. I wonder if I even need to. I could line text. Do I have that set anywhere? No. So I think I'm going to be changing this though. It's kind of silly actually to do bounds, because I already know what it's going to be. That's just the size of the font. The position is round minus the left. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I need to do that anymore, honestly. I think this is just going to be the font size. Font size. And right now I think I'm just going to say that's 0. We'll see. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong on this. Here's character 0. Okay, I think that's everything except for this right here, where we are actually adding in this line. So what we want to do is, I think what makes the most sense, that instead of having like a line text, we're going to have a vector of text. What's our lines? I don't think I have. I have a constructor, but it doesn't have much in it, huh? Maybe we'll just font size, color, position, value. Hey, Chaos Theory, welcome. Yeah, we need the position. That's our pixel vector. We have this line. I wonder if it makes sense to just do like this. Text, line. Text dot value is equal to this subster. That should be fine. Wait. Text has a value. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I need to say line. Line dot value. Line dot position. That's a pixel vector, so we actually don't need to say it's a float. Move the line. We do need to set the line font is equal to, whoops, font get resource, right? The size and color. You know, I might be able to, because whenever we add this, it's going to copy it. So it might make sense to do it like this. Texts. That's in line. Oh, oops. Push back. And then up here. We can set it up. Line, font size, or just size. Maybe do it like this. And then we can just say line size. So this clear would just be text.clear. So the texts represent each line. Was that it? Or is there, oh yeah, there's the color. Line.color is equal to color. It should have a color, or maybe it's font color. Yeah, there it is. Get value. How many if statements is that? It's a lot. This is line size. Line size, push back the line. So that's where the magic happens. Okay, cool. So that's, I believe, what we need for all of that. So basically what we're doing is we're iterating over every single character within our text, and we're just like saying, hey, do we need to make this be a new line, or add it, try to handle the character. I don't do too many special things with it, just like new line or space, tabs, and characters. That's pretty much it. Hey Leo, what's up? Doing good. Just working on the UI, making some good progress. How about yourself? Okay, so a lot of this is actually the same. I copied and pasted it. I made the decision that this was not worth trying to refactor because it's very similar, but there's some fundamental changes to it that this would make it so it's I would have to make the code way more complicated to be able to yeah, there we go. Way more complicated to be able to just do this small little thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is the better way to do it. Previous character. Oh yeah, this is where we need to say line dot value is equal to this subster. We don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to get the bounds. We set the position. Wait, we don't do that right now. How do you generate your character sheets and load sprites? I'm using texture packer to generate. Yeah, I used texture packer as well in the past. Someone suggested this roadmap. Yeah, Crunch. You could check this out too. It's by Chevy Ray. He also, so it was used in like Celeste, but basically it's a texture packer as well. I haven't used it, but I know Chevy Ray. He's a good dev. He knows what he's doing. Should be good. Yeah, I don't know if it's better than texture packer, but it's worth checking out. I haven't really looked into it too much yet, but seems cool. It's open source. It's free. I mean, that's pretty nice. Looks like you know you could add on to it if you needed to. You could fork it, do whatever. Okay, so I need to add in a line here. So basically the only difference between these is that, so this is not doing word wrapping. So it kind of, it treats every single character as itself. And so it doesn't really care like, if, and this is not quite right for what Japanese does. They have a complex system. Yeah, there's like, I forget how they do it. I started looking into it and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to handle this. Like they kind of have word wrapping. I think they have word wrapping, but it's hard to tell that they don't use spaces. And so in order to, you have to actually like whenever you're parsing like a Japanese sentence, you have to know the words and be able to like tell like, hey, this is a word and this is a word. And so you can kind of know when you need to split on characters. It's super complicated. I don't have support for that right now, so we're just doing the simple approach, which is like, hey, you can go to a new line on any character, and it will make it a little harder to read, but it's better than like, yeah, I mean it kind of works. So ensure geometry update. I don't know what that is exactly. Okay, so this is wrong. This is a text. Well, we can just say it's auto text. Text dot position. Oh, whoops, that's 4. There we go. Text dot bounds. We don't know the bounds. Sounds like we might need to look that up. So ensure geometry update. Oh, I know what that is. That's just making sure that geometry needs update. Yeah, I don't think we need that anymore. That's just making sure that this bounds is updated. But we can just do this. If we really need the bounds. That's the right. Yeah, we can just do a rect bounds, font, get dimensions. Oh, it's a pixel vector, that's right. And so then this would be dimensions .x, I think. And we need to do the same here. Dimensions x. Okay, recalculate size. Character size. Okay, that's the area width. Get local bounds. Okay, that doesn't quite work. So this is just the font size. Get value. Times the number of text, times the line height, -1. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's the Y. Alignment, resize the elements. Okay, get local bounds. This is really, we're only doing that for the width. I think I am just going to max width. Oh wait. Recalculate size. Isn't that going to just be max width? I think this is wrong. I think this should just be the max width. Right? Oh wait, no, I take that back. That in case we don't have it go to the full line, I see. Yeah, because we might say, hey, this is allowed up to 300 pixels, but if it only uses 50, then it shouldn't say that it uses all that. Hey, parties, sheep, what's up? You can check out Dig here. That's probably the best thing to look at. If you have any questions beyond that, let me know. Happy to answer. So really what we should do, maybe what I'll do is just store that, which is max width, and yeah, it probably is fine to say just width. Not that big of a deal. We can then do flow or width is equal to 0. Just reset it. And then width is going to be, right, we have that up here, the current width plus the word width. We should say greater than or equal to for now. Yeah, and so then we can just set the width is equal to, I would say the minimum value between the current width plus this word width and the max width, right? I think so for now. So this is still going an issue and we need to fix that. And then current width. Right. Oh no, this seems. Alright, let's look at this again. The length is the position minus the line start minus the word length. Hmm. I don't know. This actually seems like it should be different. I'm thinking that we probably need to have it be more like this. Where in this case, it should just be that is fine. Wait. Yeah, in this case, I think we need to not have it be the word width. Is new line. Oh no, we want to include it here too. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. And then up here, it's just the character width. So this is much simpler. Is this going to be the current width plus the character width? And that should be equal to. We always include it, right? Oh wait. Oh, I think I see what I'm saying here. If it goes beyond it, then we subtract 1. Okay. No, I take that back. This should not be equal to. Okay, so we set up the width. Now I can just do this. And get rid of that line. Cool. So that's it has some issues here. I changed all of these to float, but I think I was wrong. I think actually they should be int. Well, this one is a float, right? That's right. We'll try this. Float to an int. This is supposed to be pixel vector. Yeah, that's fine. Just cleaning this up. Text size. Oh yeah. Oh whoops. That's supposed to be UN32T. It's trying to convert it from a size T to an Int32. I see. Oh wait, I think I got that wrong, right? Resize wants it in 32. So I need to fix that. And this advanced. So just the advanced X stuff is wrong. This needs to be line. Okay, so should I just what's this? Horizontal space. Character width. You get a cast, you get a cast, yeah. Casting, yay. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this glyph information really should be persisting this stuff. So like maybe it should be. And so our character width really should be a float. That might be the case. And our character width is added to our word width. So maybe that should actually be a float. And our word width is used to compare against this max width, which is an int. And so that would just screw everything up, right? Like, we're gonna have a lot more issues if we do it like that. I'm just worried that if I'm casting the float to an int early on, then we might be cutting off how much base it's actually using. That's my concern right now. So then this would need to be actually, oh wait, I don't know if I need to do anything with that, do I? I think I should probably be using floats here. I think that's the safer way. So then we'll cast this to a float. I probably should actually just make it so that this is returning a float. I think I prefer to do it like that. Because I think I'll always be using it like as a float with advanced X and everything. So we'll just treat everything as a float. Even if it's whole numbers, that's okay. So the width, I'm saying... So maybe it would make sense to then make width be a float. And then I might make max, yeah, just kind of change everything to be a float. Everything's a float. Yeah, and then we can actually just get rid of that template. Same with this one. That one. Current width. Oh wait, current width is needs to be a float. Previous character. Previous character is definitely not a float. I think I might actually put that down here. So this is a float, so let's cast it to an int32 now. And what's this one? Character width. Oh, whoops. Get rid of that. Much better. Nice. Okay, I think that looks good. So we're not chopping off anything. I think that's important. Like sometimes it's okay to do that casting, but other times it actually really is important. You know, you need to know what you're working with. And well, I kind of do, I kind of don't. I know that this advanced X is a float. I don't know if it actually is whole numbers or not, but it is a problem because we're accumulating it a bunch. And so if, you know, we had like a 0.3 and a 0.7 and a 0.4, that's going to add up, and we might end up saying that it's a few pixels smaller than it actually is because we'd just be chopping off all of that floating point data. Okay, so we have paragraph compiling. We are actually still missing a few things, at least one thing, which is that we need to do a draw function here. I'll just put it at the bottom. Paragraph draw. So I think this is really easy, unfortunately. I believe we just need to say, hey, let's go through, oops, and draw every single text. This is the annoying thing, huh? Okay, I think this is getting annoying enough that I'm going to add in a special thing for this, which is that we can provide a new position to like basically the offset. Const pixel vector offset, which is something I did for our vertex array. I say position. I need to look at that. So where you say push back this text, what might be easiest, honestly, is to then just say font IDX. Is this a map? Oh, it is a map. That's kind of annoying. I don't know if I want to do move or set or what? I need to look at that. Did you do header as vector and source as pixel vector? I did. Thanks. I'll fix that. I thought it was a pixel vector, but I was wrong. I was testing you. You passed. Good job. Okay, so what I wanted to look up is where are we using this? The offset plus the area. So that is the new position. Okay. So it really is just saying set this to move it. That's oh, if it's default, I see. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually kind of lame to do it like this. Maybe I will do this. I think this is better. I don't like having to do a conditional there. So basically, one, we can have it be more streamlined where it's just this thing. And then the other one where we actually are providing a position, then we want to just set it to this X and Y value. Yeah. If I wasn't doing all this other stuff here as well, I would want to do the same. Oh well. Try to get rid of the conditionals. Okay, so yeah, the reason we did that is because really what I want to do is say offset plus the area. And there's a few other places that I'm using this draw text. I think it's the or no. That's not it. Vertices, nope, text. Yeah, this is one where it's being weird. I have to say like, oh, it's the text position plus the position, and we update this, and the position is, yeah, so I'm like having to store this separate, this text position, which is annoying. So what I'd rather do is just say, hey, this is the position. Right? Oh, wait, but it's also the text position, that's right. That's true, is that I actually need to be adding in the text position here as well. So this really should be text position plus the position, and then get rid of that, and up here this would just be our text position. Okay. So that's for the button. We also have it for a label. Right? To be set. Yeah, here we are setting it with the reposition. So this could technically be the text position plus the offset plus the area X. It's a little weird that I'm always doing this. Maybe it really should be the offset. I think that makes sense for this. So let's change that. Let's make this be offset. So then it's not setting it, it's actually moving it. So we create a copy and then we move it by the offset position. Whoops. Okay, so we'll take that. And so then I don't need to be adding that here. We'll just add it later. I think I like that more. Text position. So we don't need to do this anymore. What we're going to do is get rid of the reposition, which is what we're basically storing the text position at. And so then we'll just say this is the text position. Yeah. Seems good. I do need to go back to the button now and change this. Just here's where we just say, hey, we want to offset it by the position. I don't think I need to do this. Let's get rid of that. So when we draw the text, it's the offset plus the area. Yep, that's exactly what we want. I learned to write scripts, and when I see you make this script, wow. Yeah. I have a lot of experience, though. You have to keep that in mind. I have 10 years of working as a developer full-time, and then like 20 years of doing game dev stuff, like hobby and whatnot. Label had an issue. Oh, whoops. Weird that I didn't say anything beyond that. Yeah, so it's not fair to compare me with yourself if you don't have. I probably have like 20,000 hours of programming experience. It's like looking at some amazing artist's work and saying like, hey, you're amazing. I could never do that. It's like, well, that's because you've spent, 20 hours doing painting in your entire life, and that person has done. Oh, there it goes. Huh, that's weird. The artist has spent much, much more. Okay, so this is a vector and that's a pixel vector. I see. So I guess this should actually be a pixel vector then, after all. Okay, so we're probably just about done with this paragraph stuff now. Getting that kerning stuff took a little bit of time, but we're almost there. So we could go to, let's go ahead and close that stuff. Let's go to our UI manager. We can add in a paragraph. Let's make it so that our width is a little bigger. Let's say it's let's actually make it be 200. So our entire window is quite larger. And then what we can do is below the bar on the header, we're going to say new bar. Yeah, here we go, header. Header is the section, so I could just say header right here. That's what was throwing me off. Header, add relative. Let's add a new paragraph. We'll call it test paragraph. And this is a little confused. Text. Let's add some text to test. Testing our UI with multi-line text to see it is working properly. That should work. You can say new line, test new line, and see if that works. And then we need the alignment. Say it's on the bottom. That's all we really need. I guess I can add in padding. Let's say we want some padding. Actually, let's put 5 padding on top and then 0 on the rest. Then that's all we need. Let's actually do the same here. Paragraph, or not paragraph. Padding 5 0 0 0. Okay, so that should work now. No, it takes 2 args. Oh, I need a max width, right? Let's make it be 150. And I do need to, alignment is none. It's okay. I think that's okay. Let's fix this. Okay, good. I don't know if this will actually work. There's a lot of new stuff going on here, so expecting to have to debug some stuff. Hey, that worked. Kind of. It's not calculating the width properly. Like it should be determining it's 150 and centering it based off of that. But it's not. Recalculate size. Set text. Okay, so let's break into this and figure out what's going on. So it should be, it's using word wrap. So I'm mostly interested in here when we're setting our width. So what's our current width? 102 and 150. Okay. So we'll set that. So now our width is 102. Maybe I'll just... So now it should be 139. There's our value, testing our UI width. We go to our next line, multi-line to see if it is. That looks good. Working properly. And then we do a new line. Oh, whoops. Pressed F4, wrong thing. Current width is just 22 because it's a new line. Testing new line. Yeah, so this all seems good. So what happens here then? Resize. Okay, so why is our width now at 20? Oh, dang. I made a mistake. I know what the problem is. It's because I need to say it's the minimum between these, but we also need to get the maximum of that in our current width. That was my bad. Okay, that should fix it. So basically what was happening is that I was only doing the minimum. I wasn't actually looking at what it was already set to. And so it would just like end up using whatever the last line length was. Hey, there we go. Nice. It works. That's awesome. Looks great. We can see it looks larger than it should be, right? I don't know, maybe, I guess that's right. I want to see if it's doing testing new. So like AW, let's actually add that in. I just want to see if that is, like the kerning is working nicely. New line AW. I can't tell. Let's make our font larger. What's the font size? Font size default is 10. Let's just add a new value. Let's say paragraph as size 14. So one thing we should be able to do is if I like remove this, they should auto size based off of the children. Doesn't look like it like tried a little bit, but it's not quite getting it. I don't know if it is doing kerning here. It might be that this font doesn't have kerning. Okay, anyways. Okay, cool. So that seems like it's mostly working. I'm going to go ahead and update our BGFX font thing. Added BGFX font, get kerning. Oh, I kind of forgot to add this in. Your system, get kerning, there we go. Font, get kerning. Okay, so let's see here. We added that in, that's good. Actually, maybe I want to do this. You know what? I don't think this is worth trying to split up. Let's just all add it together. Okay, what do we do here? Added types string and Unicode to make the separation easier in the future. And then we also added in paragraph. Added UI paragraph, and we also made it so that added support to render text or to draw text with an offset, which is super useful for the UI. Cool. Awesome. Okay, next up, the big one, the big baddie, edit label. This one is by far the most complex part of all of my UI. You can see it is nearly 700 lines long. It has a lot of stuff in here. Maybe we won't do this yet. Maybe I should look at like shadow colors and that stuff for now. Because I really need to start supporting that stuff. And yeah. Maybe we'll look at that. So one thing I've been thinking about doing is making it so that I could do the shadow stuff more efficiently. What I basically did for Crea is draw the text twice, but I think that's not necessary. Let's look at the BGFX stuff. I think we might be able to so one possibility is that we can make our texture atlas have this shadow color. Maybe. There's also the outline that I would want to do. This is vector display. This is not what I care about. What am I wanting to look for? I want to look for the text buffer manager. Set outline, color, overline. Yeah, overline, underline, and strike through. So they have support for those. Text buffer, set that. Transient, dynamic, static. Submit text buffer. Ugh. Okay, so this is where we are actually doing the append glyph. Oh look, Faye replaced tabs with 4 spaces as well. Style background. The vertex. You know, I'm thinking about it. I don't really know if it'd make that big of a difference if we do how we do this. I don't think it really matters. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water and then we'll keep working on this. Give me this 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I don't think it actually makes sense to try to add that stuff in here. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll do a... Yeah, I shouldn't have the color be like that. We should just say it's white, right? Color is white. We have the font outline. I guess that's the thickness. The outline color and the shadow color. Which is what I was thinking of adding in. So we have shadow color. Which I'm thinking I might do kind of like a transparent. Maybe just transparent. Wait. Shadow color is transparent. There's also the outline color. And I guess I need a float. Do I need a float? Might just be a uint 8. What is that? The outline thickness. We could even do like a shadow distance. Shadow distance or offset. That I suppose could be a pixel vector. This might be a little silly because it's like, am I really ever going to be using this stuff? I guess in this case I could make these be like maybe they should default to black or something. And then I can just check the outline thickness and the shadow offset. If they're like all zeros, then that means we don't do it. I have pizza. Nice. Congratulations. You know, pizza, or yesterday was National Pizza Day. I guess that means that it's only here in the States, but yeah, that was a thing that happened. Okay, so I want to add in support for this. So then over in label, what we're going to do is say, let's add this stuff in. We could even add in our shadow distance. So this font outline, I guess that works. And then shadow distance, shadow font. Why do I call it shadow color? I think I'll just call it shadow distance. I think I'm going to get rid of that. Call it outline thickness, and outline color, shadow distance, shadow color. So shadow distance is a pixel vector. So this will then, let's rename this to be outline distance. And this can be outline color. And this can be, yeah, this can be shadow color. And then this new one is shadow distance, which we need to add in right here. Just do it like this. Pixel, vector. Beautiful. And then we need to update them. Update those styles. Dang it, I had it commented out and now they didn't get updated. That's annoying. Oh well. Okay, so this is going to be outline thickness. Oh, sorry, outline, wait, what? Outline distance, that's not right. This is supposed to be thickness. I was like, this doesn't make sense. I call it offset here. Should I call it offset here? Shadow offset? Maybe I should. Shadow offset. Cool thing about this is then I can even make it so it like it can go in any direction really. So yeah, let's rename that to offset, not distance. I think we'll just always do this. Outline color is equal to the outline color, get value. Seems good. And then we have the offsets being set, so that all looks good. Nice. What if it really makes sense to update the styling like that? I don't know if it does. I'm inclined to say no, that... Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it really makes sense to do this. I'm thinking the answer is no. That it's better if we just did this. We copied all of that. We put those in here and we just said that this is an element. So we're not overriding this. This is an element, because we're only using a few things and we're also kind of wasting stuff by doing that. So yeah, I think I'd rather do it. Oh, oops, that's the wrong function. Rather do it like this. And then here we can get all this stuff. That's great. Oh, we don't call the parent. Okay, so this is just false. And we're going to need to change all of these because we actually don't care about the result. So we're just going to say that that's equal to that. And then kind of like what we're doing here. Oops. Let's open this up in Sublime Text and do multi-select. Yeah, just like this. Beautiful. Okay. And I think that's it. We can make sure that this is still working. And then what we want to do is actually use that shadow stuff, which is going to go into our render system. We can close that and that. Go to render. Oh wait. Oh, one thing I did forget to do. And here is that I need to set it up more. Like we have the shadow color. We have, whoops. Outline color. And we have the outline thickness. And then we also have, lastly, the offset for the shadow. What's going on? Oh, this is not right. Oh, that's probably the issue. Okay. Const t to uint 8. Oh, whoops. That's right, I changed this to be a pixel vector. Oh, wait. Const t. Wait, what did I? Oh, I said that was a float. Why did I make it a float? I don't know if that makes sense. Let's change that. Let's make it be a uint 8. Yeah, I think that's okay. think that this is wrong. Just fixing the compile issues, that's all. Lots of fun stuff. That might be it. No. Got a few more. Text undeclared identifier. Oh yeah, it's because I was including I was including label.h, which has those, and that's why this is now not working. Cool. So does everything compile now? One thing that'd be really cool to add in for paragraph support is changing text. So we could say, oh, this is a different color, or hey, this is a different what would it be? We could even support different fonts. Would be kind of harder to do. I don't know if we'd want to do different types of fonts, but we could at least do different colors or styling, I guess. Like, you know, it could be underlined, like a certain part could be underlined. Our label is not working anymore. Our paragraph, it's broken. Why? It did not even enter into this. Oh wait, maybe I was depending on something inside of a label here. Update style. Oh, I think I was using this. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't really get why I have this update style and that's the only place I'm using it. I think I'm going to just returns dirty. So why not just do this? If dirty, and recalculate the size. I think this is better. Okay. This should work. Maybe I should do the same with this. Yeah, I think I should. I don't know why I have that other function in here. Maybe I used it at one point, but I don't think I'm going to. Slay the Spire has really nice text effects. Oh yeah? Like what? Okay, so we're just getting rid of that function. One game, how long does it take to compile? Oh, it's not very long. think from nothing, it takes like maybe 2 minutes, a minute and a half. It's not too long, a minute. It's pretty quick. There we go. Now it looks like it's gonna work. Nice. Okay, cool. So we fixed that. Well, looks like our text got messed up there. Our button. When did that happen? Subtle animations, movement that really fit into the tone of the message. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Fonts are a huge pain, yeah. There's this one game called Lost Odyssey that did a really good job with some fonts. Lost Odyssey. Okay, I'm spelling this wrong, but I don't remember how. Lost Odyssey, there we go. This game, there's like memories of 1,000 years or something like that. 1,000 years of dreams. There we go. Maybe we can see one. So they have like little animations where like, you know, it just fades in, and yeah, they'll do stuff like this where it's just like sometimes they'll have it, yeah, like, yeah, just various things like that. Sometimes they'll like shake, and yeah, some of them are really cool. These were like one of the highlights of the game. Those stories were really good. I don't know what happened to that. Yeah, that's Lost Odyssey. It was an Xbox 360 game developed by Mistwalker, who is like Nobu Uematsu and a few other like Japanese JRPG Goliaths. Looks like a school PowerPoint presentation. Wow. Take that back. Nah. That was good. It was really good. Those stories were awesome. Like, it's definitely a cheaper way to do things, like, but it was the way that they did it, and they have like story and everything, it's an effective way to like tell this story without you know, it was better than having this text that you would read. It would feel a little bit more impact, but it was still, you know, fairly cheap for them to develop. Okay, so I don't know what happened to our button. We'll have to look at that. But anyways, let's just for now go into render system. So we're set the pen position, set the text color, append the text. So what I should be able to do here is something like this. Say if the text outline thickness, so this one is tricky. This one is, yeah, because you technically have to render it a bunch. I don't know. Let's do shadow first. If it is not the default, then we can do this. So it should be the, yeah, and then we have to move it by the text shadow offset X and Y. This should be the shadow color, and that's it. So that would be like for our shadows. The tricky part about having outline is that, oh, here I actually did do 3. Oh, interesting. I think it's so that way I get it better. Huh. I actually did 3. So yeah, outline, I would render a bunch of them all around it. I wonder if there's better ways to go about doing that. Like maybe just increasing the font size and then rendering that, or I don't know. So yeah, I did something like this where I would render it many times over, which is I don't know if that's the best way to do that. I was thinking, yeah, perhaps it's better to rasterize the text. Whoops, I didn't set it. Let's go to our UI manager and set. So we don't have shadow. Where's our font stuff? It's up here. Font color. Sure, we can do one of these. So we'll say, so this is going to be shadow color for a paragraph. Oh, we should add in default too. So default will be our transparent. Actually, wait, no, it can just be black. That's right. Color black. And actually, we don't even need that, yeah. We do need the shadow offset, which default can be, whoops, pixel vector can be empty, but then for a paragraph, we will set it to, let's say 1.1. Let's see how that is. Thanks, I'll check that out. Thanks for sharing. Took it down a bit. Hey, look, it's working. Nice. It actually looks pretty good. Cool. And so then if we wanted to, we could do something like -1, 1, which would move it over so it's on the other side. And this is probably going to look weird, but that actually doesn't look too bad. It's cool. And then if we want it to be up top, we can just say -1. Now this might look weird. Yeah, that's a little weird, but it's still okay. But that's pretty cool that we now have support to be able to specify where the shadow is coming from. And if we wanted to, we could do something like, you know, say 4, 4, which will probably look weird. Yeah.
Yeah, typically you don't want to do stuff like that. 2-2 might be okay. I think anything beyond 2-2 would probably not be good. Or you could do something like 2-1 or whatever. Yeah, even that is like, ooh. It probably looks better with larger fonts. It's probably something. Hey, Jakemis, what's up? Welcome. So, yeah, we could try doing this whole outlining thing. Outline thickness. I don't even know how that's going to work. What did I do for Crea's outline thickness? Oh, so they supported it? Or that's something I did, I think. Glyph. Oh no, they added an outline thickness. Okay. Thickness of outline. When not equal 0, the glyph will not be filled in. So how does outline thickness work? I'm curious what they did for that. Just finished working out. Time for food and shower. Nice. Sounds good. Okay, so let's go look at SFML code really quick. Outline, thickness, text. Shape, FT image. FT stroke. Align thickness. Okay. Read, combine outline thickness, boldness, and font glyph index into a single 64-bit key. Okay. Oh, here we go. Combine. Oh, that gets the key. Gotcha. FT get character index. Sure. Load glyph. So loading glyph loads the outline thickness. Here we go. Outline thickness. Oh, they have a FT stroker. If outline, if it's bold. Outline and bolden. I see. So I might need to do some more of this stuff for the outlining. I wonder if there's a better way to also do a shadow. Or maybe what I did was good enough for shadows. But the thing about this is, how do you set the outline color then? So this looks cool. This stroker set and outline stuff, outline glyph. FT outline. Pretty sure in here there's a color. Outline color, there it is. Alpha, add glyph quad. What does that do? Outline thickness, color. I don't know. This actually seems like it's not doing exactly what I want. Outline color. So first it does the decor vertices. I see. Outline thickness. Trying to figure out how this is working. Maybe I should look at what FT outline is doing. Outlines. Embolden. Outline reverse. This stuff is complicated. I mean, I think I get it, but yeah. Sounds like fun. So yeah, in order to do outlining correctly, I probably really should be doing that. Well, it sounds like a pain. It's something I will do. Right now though, we could just do like a hacky version. Maybe. Shadow color. Let's do outline color. And what was the other one? It was outline thickness. Yeah, I need to do more research on that. So this needs to be a UNT 30. No, UNT 8 0. Yeah, I don't really know how the thickness is going to work. I don't even know if I really ever. No, I think I did use outlined text in Crea. Let's see. I'm sure I did. I don't think that's outlined. There's our little dots. Dot 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 dot. Oh, it's going slow. I don't think this has an outline. It might. It actually might have a slight outline. Kind of looks like it does. Shadows. Oh, here's an outline. Oh yeah, we have outline text. Okay, we actually have a lot of outline text. All over the HUD, all of our numbers are outlined text. That looks like it's outlined. Okay, so yeah, there's actually quite a bit of text that's outlined. We probably will want outline text as well. Okay. So yeah, we'll need to add in something for that. I think I'll probably do it the correct way. That's going to require some work. Because we need to do this and we need to like add in support for it and everything, and yeah. One nice thing about SFML stuff is that they have all that support already done. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it there. I have some things I need to get done before my friend comes to visit. And we didn't get quite as much done as I was kind of hoping, but want stuff. So I'll be back tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow morning. We'll see. The next, like I said, the next few days, or really like the next week or so, is going to be a little weird. But I will be around as much as I can. Thank you for joining. If you're not following already, feel free to follow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.